tell you about drugs and alcohol and why they're bad, okay?
Embraced and scared. It's time to stop submitting to this tyranny. It's time to realize that we're being enslaved.
I think, and again, this is to imagine these domestic black sites where they're training serial killers on how to, obviously perfect their craft, but beyond that, how to engage in abductions, like I was saying, and kidnappings and arson, then you start to wonder, okay, why did that evidence warehouse, for the FBI basically burn down with all the Anthony Weiner laptop evidence and more Epstein evidence as well? Absolutely. And you wonder, it's just, again, and I mentioned Omar Mateen and that crazy connection to, Michael Sanford, who grabbed the service revolver at that casino, right, and tried to.
That was here in Vegas.
Yeah, claimed he was gonna attempt to assassinate Donald Trump. Well, it turns out James Wesley Howell, and this guy Omar Mateen, and also this guy named Micah Xavier Howard, I believe was his name. Might have been Johnson, but I think it was Howard. And he shot multiple cops at Dallas Black Lives Matter event. Yeah. And so you have all these separate individuals across the domestic U.S. claiming through James Wesley Howell that they were all actually trained at a domestic compound, a black site. Yeah. And James Wesley Howell said he knew Omar and he knew Michael J. Sanford, who was the individual who tried to assassinate Trump. And he tells very detailed story as to how he actually even saw Hillary Clinton and Uma Abedin at the black site specifically. Who knows the credibility of that?
But it's just because there are other allegations of them. And again, I haven't gone deep into them, but there's a third. Well, how many kids were kidnapped?
33 from Haiti?
It really 33?
It was 33.
I didn't realize the number was 33 till right
Me
now.
neither.
Oh, my God.
I didn't realize it for the longest time.
It was, 33. Because, Clinton Foundation got caught. Girl was kidnapping 33 children from Haiti. And didn't you say Bill Clinton helped get her out?
Bill Clinton flies to Haiti and gets Laura Silsby out of prison. She comes back to the domestic U.S. and is placed on the leadership of the Amber Alert system, which reports missing children.
So she would know.
Yes.
So she got caught kidnapping.
I mean, what do you do with that?
And you put her in charge of the children.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like how the Brima Abramovich, the witch, how they asked for her by name in Ukraine to be in charge of children's programs.
Exactly.
So you're putting a satanic witch in charge of orphanages is just sick.
And you wonder why Ukraine, during this unfortunate, tragic conflict,
traffic kids,
has become the capital of human trafficking, basically. And that's it's natural in the concept of a failed state. But when the failed state is basically engineered, by the just as far as the imperial war machine, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah.
It's a little difficult.
It seems like these groups we were talking about, they're obsessed with abusing kids, but a lot of them really like white kids for whatever reason. Yeah. And it got harder to kidnap kids in America. Like we said earlier, I think we talked about in this episode, we had a few conversations, the Finders Quote, how they had material on how to kidnap children.
Exactly. And if you remember as well, the owner of... Who was that owner of the hotels, that major hotelier that was in the Epstein files that basically claimed it was fascinating because he essentially claimed he was flying to Afghanistan during the Afghan conflict, right, to basically be provided by General Petraeus these Black Hawk helicopters to go play with Afghan boys with toys. And this is in the Epstein files. And then you have the same connection to Ukraine as well coming up in the Epstein files in terms of...
These are the most powerful people in the world.
Exactly.
The people that they won't release the files because, as they say, our government would collapse if they did.
Right.
So these are people above the president, not that he's probably part of it, doing this evil shit.
And it's only natural, you would think.
People are like, well, how could this be happening at the low level? Well, if you literally have people running the government doing this shit.
Right. And I think it's kind of only natural at this point to realize and accept the fact that in these war-torn, destabilized areas, they're going to exploit
they can snack up children.
Exactly. They're going to fully exploit that as much as possible for the overall scope of the enterprise.
Well, back to the Finders Quote, they literally had material on orphanages and how to procure kids from them. Like Woody Allen and his wife were talking about orphanages, sending money to them. And then, what was that one I always thought was retarded? There was that furniture company.
Oh, Wayfair.
Wayfair. They were tracking Wayfair packages. And Epstein himself was A billionaire is not going to call to track a package of a present he sent. And that's like cheap furniture to Woody Allen. And Woody Allen both had called to check on the Wayfair package.
Right.
That was, you can find this stuff in the emails. These are emails, not speculation.
Rachel Chandler, the child handler, as well, because she was actually in charge of, I believe, his product management for Wayfair at that very same time. She was personally involved with Diddy, with Epstein.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I was trying to
photographed with Clinton as a young girl.
Who was running Wayfair. I didn't find that much. Well, let's talk about this after. That's a separate thing.
Right.
It seemed just so crazy, the Wayfair thing. Last thing, it just seemed so insane. But then when I put that in the Epstein files, I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
Especially, I know some billionaires. They don't call to check on furniture. Their assistants do that. They themselves were emailing about this package from Wayfair that they were tracking.
That's so.
Oh, you mean they put your name in, Donald? Oh yeah, all Democrats did that.
How many subscribers do you have?
Well,